Less entertaining than an empty patch of dirt. It's Final Fantasy VI. Let's play. Yeah, alright. So the Emperor is expecting us. Gee, I wonder what he's gonna have to say after the Espers basically tore through his entire army and was like, yeah, we're bad now. Please be something good. Make it worth my time. Oh, really? Basically means you've surrendered. Oh, look, it's a Duckman. He's had a change of heart. Well, yeah, I'd get pissed off too if I went somewhere and found out all my friends were dead. Well, that's good. I mean, you know, nothing like losing a war to tell you how bad it was an idea to start with. Yeah, I'm sure you had no idea how powerful the Espers were, because in the fact that it was that power that you were going after to begin with. But no normal person is going to make them sit down, so we need to find an abnormal person. Well, not an abnormal person, but someone who's half Esper. Yeah. Oh, okay. Alright, now we have to go talk to all their army and make them sort of put the weapons down. And we have to do it all in 4 minutes. There are 24 soldiers. Let's go. Those 2 don't count. You can talk to them all day. They just say, the bank will start soon. So, 1. Gonna kind of skip past all their text so I can get this done as fast as possible. 2. If you really want to read what they say, pause. I trust you. Trust me, it's not interesting in the slightest. I like how he says someone ought to thrash you, but doesn't. This guy wants to fight. And there will be a few soldiers that you talk to that will actually want to fight you. This is probably the hardest one, which is why I came out here first. Though we got technically like a preemptive strike, so everything went well. And we get a new dance that I will look at later once I'm not under a time restriction here. Alright, 7. Alright, now we go left up here, dip in this door, grab a back guard, and the next potion. A back guard is just a relic that prevents back attacks and pincer attacks. It's actually quite useful. I just never really have a slot for it. Okay, where's this guy down here? Where are you, jerkwad? Get out of the door. Okay, now I need to talk to that guy on the left there. Get. He wants to fight. Okay, Ryan, good. Ryan's turn. Ryan can one-shot these guys, which is great, because a lot of us can't. These guys, for some reason, have pretty high physical defense for no reason whatsoever. And we get a tent. Thanks, game. Right now, give me the chest for a tincture. Talk to the soldier in bed. 12. Get out of my way. Talk to this guy up here. 13. Go inside the bathroom and find the guy in the toilet who opposes peace. I cannot one-shot this guy, and I don't want to... Of course, he gets a turn first. Why not? Please just kill him. Thank you. I hate that instant death thing. It's kind of annoying. But I don't think the drill has enough power to actually kill those guys, so I'm not going to bother to get out of the way of the door. This is actually my 3rd attempt at recording this. Both times, one of those clowns got in front of the door and made me waste like 25 seconds to get... No! Get out of the way! Okay, 16. Yeah, they would get in front of the door and then, like, just sit there. And, like, every time I moved to go around them, they'd move and it would just be nonsense. 18, 19. There's one more guy who actually wants to fight, and I'm pretty sure it's this dude in here. If it wasn't for the fact these guys actually wanted to fight, this would probably be the easiest, like, 4-minute segment in video game history. Because even with all the fights, they still give you time. I'll have, if everything goes as well, I'll have about 30 seconds left. Okay, that's 20. I forgot to talk to this guy a few times in my career of playing this game. It's 21. Now we're just on the other side of the stairs, so we're gonna go in here. Get another door. Talk to this guy. Yeah, who'd have dreamed that magical entities that had a legendary massive power would actually have that kind of power? Idiot. And this guy. And I like how he says, "I've always hated you." He's not talking to us, he's talking about Kefka. Which is kind of weird, because like people were like, "Oh, he says he hates me, he's gonna get me into a fight." No, he's talking about this guy. Now this is the jail. You can actually skip this room entirely. But as we notice, there's a goofball in the prison cell there. He does not count at all. You don't have to talk to him. I'm just doing this because there's time left. Oh, you don't believe you're in prison for war crimes? Let me state that again, Kefka. War crimes. You were ordered to do nothing, and you murdered an entire kingdom. All right, now you just gotta wait for the timer to run out, and boom, we're done. If you get all 24, you get 2 rewards. I think if you get 19 to 23, you get the quote-unquote best reward, except for the optional one, and the rewards vary. I mean, I think, like, if you talk to, like, one guy, you get a potion or something. Oh, nice. Now, you will get rewarded for this banquet sequence, depending on how you talk to the Emperor. I don't know how he thinks having a feast is going to endear us to him, but... So, you want to say 2 hour hometowns. And by doing this, as I do, you will get the maximum amount of rewards ever. Alright, Kefka's in jail for war crimes. You want to say... leave him in jail. And the dialogue the Emperor has doesn't change depending on what answer you pick, so it's kind of pointless, really. No one dreamed Kefka would use... No one dreamed an evil asshole would do something evil. You say that was inexcusable. I do like it. It's a little serendipity that Ryan is here. Well, at least he's trying to make amends for it. General Sarah, huh? Sarah is one of us. Yeah, of course Kefka was lying. Kefka lies all the time. Any other questions? Now, you get a choice of 3 questions. Just start, you know, for the best reward, you have to ask them all. So, you start with, why'd you start the war? And he's going to say he'd like to talk about the Espers. What you do is you say, one more question. It's going to bring up the questions again. You select a different one. Yeah, no, you mean you feel that you need our help. And one more question, because we have one more question. And why do you have to talk to your man? Okay, now, if you ask him a repeat question, you'll lose points, and you don't want to do that, so you want to make sure not to spam the button here to go back to one more question. Now you can talk about the Esper, since you asked him all 3 questions. Yeah, your empire, you mean the one town? You kind of broke everything else. He's just talking out his booty hole here, because they're not exactly doing anything. And you say, yes, they've gone too far. Yeah, because you were going to lose. But, yeah, why did you start it? I believe we asked him, and he said he didn't know. He's going to ask you which question you asked first. Obviously, I started from the top, so it's just going to be the top one. Now, more than anything, I want peace, now that I've got my ass thoroughly kicked. That's your true dream. Okay, now he's going to ask for a break. You need to say, yes, let's take a break. Leave the chair. Go around, talk to any one of these soldiers. They'll say they want to test your strength. And you tell them you won't fight with them. And you get to fight special forces. Nothing spectacular with these guys, really. We use Love Sonata. It's the dance that he got here, I guess, in the first battle against the Magitech armor, and I think it's a dance in any city. It doesn't necessarily have to be... We get a Magicite. It doesn't necessarily have to be the Empire. Alright, now once you're due, just get back in your chair and tell them you want to begin again. And he's gonna say, is there anything... basically, pretty much, is there anything you want me to lie to you about? And you want to tell him that your war is truly over. I ordered this war to be over. Now, since I acted like I did you a favor, I'm gonna ask you a favor. Northward, towards Crescent Island. It's the one place you haven't been able to get to yet. I guess technically if you had the airship you could get there, but there was no reason to go there. So we have to go find the Espers and tell them that the Empire has basically tucked their tails and is surrendering. It's up to me to set things right. That's why I'm asking you to do it. But he wants Lexi's power, because, you know, she's half Esper. Only she can bridge that gap, because she's living proof that that gap can be bridged. Now, since our airship is broken, he's going to have us take a ship from Albrook. To say yes. And he's going to have General Leo accompany us. Alright. I like the fact that he says us. He does not come with us. And if Ryan is here, he will apologize to Ryan for the poisoning of Doma. And Ryan understands that Leo was called away. It's not his fault. And he's going to go run off to Albrook. Oh, okay. Well, so I guess that was the nonsense. Obviously, Lexi's going, so that means Captain Hero, me, has to go. And he's making the rest of the party wait here. Dear Lord, why? Now, as we all know, yeah, it is hard to trust an Emperor. In any JRPG, if you have more than enough party members to make a full party, and they make you take less than that, it's because you're gonna get people. And he wants them to... Of course we'll be careful, we have me. Alright, it unequipped everybody, except, me. Obviously, because I was in the party. But I want to give her a Blizzard Sword. You want to make sure that both of you guys have Blizzard Swords equipped. She really does not worry about HP. And the white dress for the magic boost. Let's get that. And I'm going to leave the earrings on for basically the world map walking, because Sprint Shoes doesn't do anything out there. And, yeah. So let's actually take a look at what we got from... Actually, well, let's get the rest of our rewards. It's kind of funny how, like, in the Game Boy Advance and the PlayStation version of the game, they added, like, a dash feature, so you can auto-dash. So you don't need Sprint Shoes, but Sprint Shoes are still in the game. And here's our rewards. They'll withdraw from South Figaro. That's like 5 guys. They'll pull out of Doma. That's like 10 guys or something. Now this is the important one. That Imperial base that we went by to get to the sealed gate that had that locked door, we can now get in there, and there's some good stuff in there, which I will be doing very shortly. It's from the Emperor himself, and we get a Tintinabar. Now, you could already have one of these. I missed it. I forget why. But I wouldn't use it anyway. It actually restores your HP per step you take. And because of your behavior at the banquet, we get a Charm Bangle. Charm Bangle reduces the amount of random encounters that you have to deal with. Not completely. It's not no encounters. It's just lessened. And I don't use it because right now we're still at a stage of trying to level, so what's the point? But let's look at the other relics you got while I have a minute or so. You get a Beck Guard. Yeah, you can't be back attacked or pincer attacked while this is on. Not terrible. It's not great either. Gale Hairpin raises your preemptive strike rate. Again, not terrible, but there's no real point in the game where I'm like, oh man, I wish I had this. And if I did, there's usually somebody who's got a free relic slot. Yeah, there's Charm Bangle, Tintinabar, and that's pretty much it. So, before heading to Albrook, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Imperial base near the Seal Gate. I'm going to walk over there on my own time, Next time I'll show you all the neat little stuff we can get from there, and then we'll head on to Albrook. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all your support, and have a good night, everybody.